Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to my top 5 fire staff performance video. Now this video is for staff spinners out there who are considering performing or who are already performing but want to step their game up. Now even if you've already viewed these videos ad nauseum like I have, my analysis will add value because I'm going to break it down into bite-sized concepts and drills for you. Now this evaluation will increase your performance prowess by giving you short words and phrases to memorize and practice while you flow. Find the links in the description or copy the words to find the videos. Alright, so the list is number 5, Luis Wachong, spinning for Kuma Films with his video called Fists Full of Fire. Number 4 is Guardian with his video called Contact in the City. Third on the list is Brett Starr with his video called Contact Staff Fire Show 2015. Number 2 is Eileen Lawler, spinning her Stranger Things Fire Dance. And the number 1 slot goes to Linda Farkas with her Contact Staff Fire Routine, number 4. Alrighty, let's get started with Luis Wachong. So while my analysis of his set is basic, he most certainly is not. Look at him. I mean, he's not only talented, but he's fun to look at. As far as I can tell, his entire company, known as Pyrodanza, is comprised of beautiful people. So, what does he do in his performance that you can emulate? First, I want you to take note of how he lights his second wick. It's a fleshing technique, and he does it with so much control that it's like he's controlling the burn, it doesn't control him. Remember, for your performances, it's not just spinning and acrobatics that's going to wow the audience. Take every opportunity you can to show them your control of the flame. Next, he has a unique burn-off technique. What he does is he gets some horizontal rotation going, then he launches it vertically, leaving a corkscrew burn-off trail. Most of us just toss it in a straight line. Finally, he makes great use of a Steve pirouette combo. Early on, he proves that he's not going to keep his feet planted throughout the set. Remember, people, move those feet. Alrighty, coming in at number 4 is a man named Guardian with his Satisfying Skyline set. Now this video, like most of his channel, is quite enjoyable because of the backdrop. Take a look at some of these, they're all so aesthetic. Now don't quote me on this, but it seems like Guardian spins all Wizard of Flow staffs. And if you want a fast track to learning some of these moves, I do suggest that you invest in one of their contact staffs. Their grip and weight are incredible for these type of moves. But more importantly, what can you imitate from Guardian's set? First, appreciate his wide variety of behind the backs, catches, and releases. He's comfortable placing his non-native hand at the back of his hip. So to achieve this, he doesn't actually always grab the center point of the staff. So break that habit early on. Grab a palm's length away from the center point and practice releasing from there. Count them up, there's 5 behind the back releases in this edit and 6 behind the back catches. They will be observed mostly in the first half of the set. Another combo to imitate are going to be his fishtails into angel rolls. Guardian has so many variations, and the main reason they're possible during his performances is because his fishtails are so controlled. So go drill those fishtails until you can pop it up into an angel roll. Finally, as is common in the top staff spinners, there's very little finger spinning. This means he doesn't rely on his palms or even his fingers to control the staff. What's that? You already knew this? Well, to take it to the next level, try committing to only using a palm grip when you're going to release the staff behind your back. That way, your audience is less likely to realize that you even needed your hand grip at all. Third on this list is going to be Brett Starr, spinning that square fire back in 2015. So just like Luis's performance, the first one, this set is mainly staff-on-staff contact. But again, we're mainly going to focus on the single staff. Though I do suggest a rationale for doubles later in the set, just bear with me. So, in my opinion, the most notable trait of Brett's spinning is his pacing. The number of beats is low enough that the audience will appreciate every subtle body movement. Oftentimes, especially with finger spinning and high Polynesian style tosses, high RPMs end up clouding the subtleties of the dancer's movement. So how can you imitate this besides just spinning slower? Well, I'll give you two main ways. First, at the static starting and stopping points in your performance, make sure your feet are squarely planted. Many times we rush from trick to trick, not realizing that we don't even look comfortable in our own shoes. So check your film and confirm that your feet get planted for a full second in between distinct moves with your staff. Second, seek out slower music. The contact staff isn't supposed to be a super high energy prop. I'm serious, go try classical, chill step, lounge, or smooth jazz. Just pick something slower than what you normally would. You'll probably drop less and clean up more. Alright, next tip. It's all in the knees, people. When you admire Brett's footwork, also pay attention to his knees. They stay bent for nearly the entire burn, and this allows him to adjust his body to rise up to meet the staff as it rolls across him. Keep this in mind. Contact rolls on your upper body are rarely executed with a perfectly accurate release or toss. They're usually pretty close, but then the rest of your body compensates to accommodate the trajectory. So simply put, use your knees to make it seem more like a dance than a technical toss. And finally, a simple concept, the elephant in the room, Brett's other staff. So here's my suggestion. If you're going to perform with a staff, you should really learn doubles or some basic staff-on-staff contact. From my experience, few are actually skilled enough to captivate an audience with a single staff for more than like 3 minutes. So even if you just do some basic finger spinning and some hella basic staff-on-staff contact, you're going to use it as a visual promise to your audience that your set is building to a crescendo. For most audiences out there, more lit wicks equals more applause for you. Alright, number 2 on this list is Eileen Lowler. Now, watching Eileen spin usually puts my phone or keyboard at risk from drool damage. I'm just enamored with her juggling posts on Instagram and her smile. And then there's her contact staff spinning. Anyway, how can you imitate her flow? Simple. First, what you're going to do is commit to using your free hand. What do I mean by this? Well, you're going to use it to show that you know where the fire's going. You got to prove your control to the audience, especially early on in the set. Now, I don't know if this trick has a name, but I'm going to call it flame pushing and pulling. You just open the palm of your free hand, push or pull the flame, and exit the move by passing the staff into that hand or just slowly pulling it away. The main idea is don't just let your other hand hang there. Well, what about her floor work? I'm going to leave the flexy dance moves up to you to figure out. But the cartwheel, now that's a nice clear goal for you. When executed halfway decently, it always gets cheers. So like any drill, you should experiment with no staff first. Throw some one-handed cartwheels with like a light staff or a soft one and film it. You could use a paper towel tube. Next, do a handstand and somehow mark how high your feet get on the wall when you extend your legs. Now mark a foot below that, and that's how high you need to get your feet to do this trick. Don't half-ass it your inverts, people. Get your feet up there during your performances. Third, let's talk about hand repositioning. Reposition your hand grip in such a way that your audience can actually appreciate it. You know how when a singer grips the mic stand or takes the mic out of the stand, how it seems like they're about to do something cool? That can be you with your fire staff. Just make the grip switch like the flame push, intentionally timed to the music. What I want you to pay attention in Eileen's burn is how she freezes the rest of her body to make the grip switches appear highly calculated. This is a simple trick that will allow you to milk the clock with no risk and prove your control of the flame. And of course, the number 1 slot for contact staff fire performances is Linda Farkas with her contact staff routine number 4. As the main draw of the Hungarian Magma Fire Theater, Linda was a sight to behold. She was naturally beautiful, but also developed an incredibly beautiful style, unparalleled in the community. Her precision and grace will inspire women across the globe. May she rest in peace. There are so many stylistic choices to choose from, and I did my best to narrow it down. Please let me know what else we could imitate from her performances. Okay. The first stylistic choice is to use the whole body. Express with more than just the prop. For example, you can note her pointed toes, the way she dramatically looks away from the staff, her delicate hand positions. These choices allow the viewer to appreciate the true beauty on the stage, not just the cool flames. If you haven't noticed by now, non-prop expression is a recurring theme in good fire staff performances. Linda just happens to have a way bigger repertoire, and thus a grab bag for you to draw from. Next is a general concept that yogis will appreciate: stance changes. In this edit of her performance, Linda changes her stance 45 times or so, and that's just the major changes. If you perform with any prop and you don't do any lunges, kneels, or one-footed maneuvers, you're skipping over valuable moments of expression. On that note, the final performance choice. This is a skill I just can't stress enough. Using more than just your hands. Use your feet. Linda catches the staff on her feet about a dozen times in the full performance video, but I edited out about 3 or 4 of them in this edit. She has a different variation to kick it back up each time as well. So, what is the stylistic outcome of using the foot? Well, it frees the hands and allows the performer to show that they're more than just a fire-spinning machine. They're an expressive human. It could also allow you to do something else with your upper hands, such as get the audience to clap to the music. You could wipe sweat off your palms. You could direct a fire safety to do something, or even catch another prop thrown to you. We've talked about using multiple props for fire staff performances. There's no limit. Just put it on your foot and see what you can do while you're free. In conclusion, each time I return to this video, there's another layer of beauty and precision to imitate, and I really hope that you extract as much value from it as I do.
Let it come.